Ever wonder why survivalists and suburban soccer moms are suddenly obsessed with the same household appliance? It's not about taste, it's about trust. And trust in your tap water is becoming a luxury you can't afford. Imagine you're standing in your kitchen right now, glass in hand, watching clear liquid pour from your faucet. You're about to drink it, aren't you? But here's the thing, you have absolutely no idea what's actually in there. So let's play a game. How confident are you that the infrastructure keeping your water clean was built this century? How about this decade? Because, spoiler alert, most of it wasn't. The pipes running beneath your street are probably older than your parents', corroding slowly, leaching lead and copper and who knows what else into every sip you take. But hey, the government says it's safe, so we keep filling our glasses like nothing's wrong. Now picture this. It's Tuesday morning, you're making coffee, and suddenly your phone lights up with an emergency alert. Boil water advisory, contamination detected, do not drink. Except you didn't see the alert because your phone was charging in the other room. You already drank 2 glasses. Your kids already brushed their teeth. Congratulations, you've just gambled with cryptosporidium or E. coli, and you didn't even know you were playing. This isn't hypothetical fear-mongering. Flint, Michigan. Jackson, Mississippi. Thousands of towns you've never heard of, dealing with crises that never make national news because they're not sexy enough for the news cycle. The reality is simple. Centralized water treatment is a single point of failure, and failures happen more often than anyone wants to admit. When they do, you're not getting a week's notice to prepare, you're getting a panic text at 6 a.m. Here's where it gets interesting. A water filtration system sitting under your sink doesn't care about contamination alerts or infrastructure collapse or government competence. It just works, silently, every single time you turn on the tap. Think of it as insurance you can actually use. Except instead of paying premiums for something you hope never happens, you're getting cleaner water right now, today, while also preparing for the nightmare scenarios. We're talking about removing chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, microplastics, pharmaceuticals that shouldn't be there but absolutely are. All that invisible crud floating in municipal water that meets legal standards but still makes you wonder what safe really means. But let's go darker for a second. Natural disaster hits, earthquake, hurricane, flood. Water treatment plants go offline. Power grid fails. Suddenly, your city of 500,000 people is fighting over bottled water at gas stations like it's the apocalypse. You, however, are sitting at home with a gravity-fed filtration system that requires 0 electricity. You've got stored water, you've got filters, you've got options. While your neighbors are panicking, you're drinking clean water and wondering if you should have bought more replacement cartridges. The math is honestly absurd. A decent filtration setup costs a few $100s and lasts for years. Compare that to buying bottled water forever, or worse, trusting that nothing will ever go wrong with your municipal supply. Which bet feels smarter? And here's the twist nobody talks about. Even without emergencies, you're already dealing with low-level contamination. The EPA allows certain amounts of certain contaminants because 0 isn't realistic. But allowable doesn't mean harmless. It means legally defensible. So every glass from your unfiltered tap is a slow motion exposure to stuff you wouldn't knowingly choose to consume. It's not dramatic, it's not immediate, but it accumulates. Your body becomes a living filter, which seems like a bad job to outsource to your kidneys. Now, let's talk longevity. Because owning a filtration system is pointless if it dies when you need it most. First rule, understand your filter types. Carbon blocks, reverse osmosis, membranes, ceramic filters, they all have different lifespans and maintenance needs. Replace cartridges on schedule, not when you remember. Mark it on your calendar, like a dentist appointment. A clogged filter isn't just ineffective, it can become a bacteria breeding ground, which defeats the entire purpose. Store backup filters in a cool, dry place. If we're talking about long-term crisis scenarios, you want at least 6 months to a year of replacement capacity. This isn't paranoia, it's acknowledging that supply chains break and stores run out. For gravity-fed systems, clean the ceramic elements regularly with a soft brush. For reverse osmosis, check those O-rings and seals annually. Small maintenance prevents catastrophic failure. And catastrophic failure during a water emergency is really, really bad timing. Here's a pro tip. Diversify your filtration methods. Don't rely on one system, a countertop gravity filter, a reverse osmosis under sink unit, and even some emergency filtration tablets or straws. Redundancy is your friend when infrastructure isn't. And if you're thinking about electricity-dependent systems, have a backup plan. Solar panels, battery banks, or manual pumps. Because the worst time to discover your fancy electronic filter needs grid power is when the grid is down. Water storage matters too. Filtered water is great, but having 50 to 100 gallons of stored, pre-filtered water buys you time when disaster strikes. Rotate it every 6 months, treat it with a bit of bleach or water preserver, and you've got instant peace of mind. The people who think this is overkill are the same ones who panic buy toilet paper at the first sign of trouble. Preparation isn't paranoia, it's just acknowledging that systems fail, governments react slowly, and your family's health shouldn't depend on perfect conditions. Some will say this is privilege, that not everyone can afford filtration systems. Fair point. But if you can afford a streaming service and daily coffee runs, you can afford a basic filtration setup. It's about priorities, not income brackets. The irony is thick. We spend thousands on phones, cars, entertainment, but balk at a few $100s to ensure the literal substance keeping us alive is clean. Somehow that calculus feels backwards. And before you think this is just American infrastructure problems, look globally. Even developed nations deal with agricultural runoff, industrial pollution, and aging systems. Clean water isn't a given anywhere. It's an achievement that requires constant vigilance and personal responsibility. The future isn't getting better on this front. Climate change means more droughts, more floods, more strain on water systems. Population growth means more demand, more contamination sources, more points of failure. Waiting for governments to fix it is a losing strategy. So here's your choice. Trust the pipes, trust the treatment plants, trust that nothing will ever go wrong. Or spend an afternoon installing a filtration system and sleep better, knowing you've eliminated the most critical dependency in your household. The game behind clean water isn't about fear, it's about control. Because when the alert comes, when the news breaks, when your neighbors are scrambling, you'll already be 3 steps ahead. And that's not paranoia, that's just being smarter than the system expects you to be.